JRPG fans old and new, welcome to my channel, and today for you guys I have 20 JRPGs I'm going to show you that are fantastic for newcomers wanting to get into the genre. Now whether you're an old or new fan, there's definitely going to be some games here that you haven't seen that you could throw on your backlogs. I'm very passionate about JRPGs and I played a lot of them. I firmly believe all 20 of these are great for a newcomer to get into the genre. So let's get into it!
Number 20 on our list goes to Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, and there's also an Echoes of an Elusive Age S, which is on the Nintendo Switch. So you can get this on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, or on your PC, which is the S version, which contains a bit more content. Dragon Quest really excels in its turn-based content, its story writing, and its beautiful scenery. Exploring this game is a treat. Now, I recently played this and it made me want to play every other game in the Dragon Quest series, so this is a perfect starter game. It's more popular over in Japan than in the West, but Dragon Quest is an incredible JRPG series, and I highly recommend starting here. Number 19 on our list goes to Kingdom Hearts 1. This was my first ever JRPG, and the series is humongous. So if you start here, be warned, there's like 12 games in this series, but I can't lie, it's a perfect JRPG for starters. It's not too difficult to get into. For the story, it does get very complicated down the line, but starting at Kingdom Hearts 1, you have a very nice action RPG at your hands, very charming. The action gameplay is my favorite in any action RPG, and I really recommend the Kingdom Hearts series if you have time on your hands. It's an absolute journey. You can actually get the whole series in an all-in-one collection on PlayStation, and they have it on Xbox and PC now. The only one they don't have it on is Nintendo Switch. Well, they do, but it's cloud, but don't buy that shit, please. But Kingdom Hearts is a great JRPG series to start. Number 18 on our list goes to Tales of Arise, the brand new Tales game in the long-running series. Now, for this game, it was made for newcomers. It actually got me into the series, and I ended up playing 7 other Tales games because of it. But going backwards after this, you're gonna have to get used to mechanical changes. This game has on a new engine, has brand new combat graphics. It's a bit different than the older Tales games, so it is a fantastic place to start. I started here. Just be warned, it's brand new and has a lot newer mechanics compared to the other ones if you wanted to play through the whole series. So this number 17 spot was inspired by Persona 5 Royal because it just got released on all platforms. This is one of the most perfect games for a newcomer to get into the JRPG genre. Now be warned, it is humongous. There is content up the ass in this game. But pretty much everything this game does, the turn-based combat, all the social links, the story, the writing, the voice acting, it's all top-notch, and you're going to get an experience you come out like, whoa, that was cool. It's one of the best ways to get into the JRPG genre, and I wholeheartedly recommend Persona 5 Royal. It is out on everything now. Number 16 is Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Donna. Now, a lot of these choices will be games that I played that got me into these series, and they're usually really newcomer friendly. Ys 8 is no exception. You're not gonna have to play through the whole series. You just hop on this game and you play it. I especially recommend it for people who like really fast-paced action combat systems and like good exploring. You're on a big island this entire time, big open range to just run around and smack the shit out of whatever enemies you want, and everything is really, really fast. At times, it feels like your hands are on crack when you're playing this game. So, Ys 8, fantastic JRPG. Number 15 is Final Fantasy X, and I just experienced this game for the first time on my Twitch channel, and it has to make this list. It feels so good to get into the series through this game. It has the turn-based battle. I know the old ones are on ATB, but this one is traditional turn-based. The story was so fantastic, and if you've already played PS2 era games and you find them very cozy, or even if you already played JRPGs from the PS2 era, you have to try Final Fantasy X. It is such a gem. Number 14 is Star Ocean: The First Departure R. This is a remaster of the SNES first Star Ocean game, and they added a lot of nice stuff. There's voice acting now, everything is HD, there's new character portraits. This is for my retro fans. If you enjoy retro games and pixel style, this game is such a fun journey to get into the JRPG genre. There's fun characters, the combat system has so much depth. For being an older game, I love it to death. So if you have any interest in like space type sci-fi stories, I really recommend starting with Star Ocean: The First Departure R. If you have a Nintendo Switch, this is a very important spot for you. This number 13 spot is Xenoblade Chronicles. If you have a Switch, I really recommend to get the definitive edition of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and then play Xenoblade 2 and 3. This is one of the most legendary trilogies in all of gaming. It's almost movie-like with its cutscenes. You have a semi-giant open world, really fun combat, really fun writing. I really recommend Xenoblade. It's very important to me. It could totally get you into the JRPG genre and get you hooked. This number 12 spot is really hilarious. I didn't personally like this game, but this list is about games that get you into the JRPG genre, and most fans love this game. This is Tales of Symphonia. Now, I did not hate this game. The soundtrack is incredible. The aesthetics are really pretty, even though I didn't really like the chibi art style. The game just wasn't for me. It has the original linear motion battle system, which basically means you're going in a 2D straight line, but the enemies could actually go around you in 3D. Now, the game is very puzzle heavy. It actually lets you make your own choices in the beginning of the game. There's a lot to it, but it's actually coming to all platforms really soon, so that is the main reason it's on this list. It could definitely show you what the old Tales games are like. Let's say you start with Tales of Arise, you want to try the older ones, this is a great place to start, or you could start from here and go up. It's considered a classic by Tales fans, and even if it wasn't to my liking, it has to be on this list. Number 11 goes to Shin Megami Tensei 5. Now, if you're fine with a little bit of challenge, this game is fantastic to get you into turn-based games. Now, the exploration is incredible. If you like games that are mainly gameplay focused and the story is a bit more in the background, this is a great entry. Honestly, it's on Nintendo Switch, so playing it handheld is also really cool. It's almost like an adult Pokemon, but just keep in mind it is pretty challenging, but there is an easy mode you can swap it to, and I really recommend this game. Number 10 is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, this actually got me into the Fire Emblem series. It's the only one I've played so far. It was so much fun. Now, you're basically this professor and this academy, and it's so cool walking around being the boss. Now, the thing is, the combat is really tactical, and it's really fun, though, to plan it all out and all these things, and upgrade your units, give them personal skills, and there's a lot of affinity systems here, you know, affection systems. If you know Fire Emblem, anything about it, you know there's a lot of affection systems, but I really recommend this game for JRPG newcomers, especially if you like more tactical style gameplay. Number 9 goes to Persona 4 Golden. This is another one beside Persona 5 that I think is really good to get into any JRPG. It's really fun, lighthearted, but then really serious at times. It deals with heavy themes. You're in a school and then you basically go to this crazy dungeon crawling space. If you like games that have a deep story and have a really long length, turn-based combat that is really damn fun, kind of like a collectathon as well, I would definitely play this. It's about to be on every system as well, and it's on PC. Number 8 goes to Yakuza 0. Now, I chose this one as this is the prequel, so you could start here, and I have the most playtime on this game. Now, Yakuza is more realistic style. You're in realistic Tokyo, but it also has a whole bunch of fun, unique JRPG wackiness to it. A bunch of cool mini-games. It's an action RPG, more like a beat-em-up. Now, if you're more familiar with Western RPGs, the more realism style, you might like this more, and if you're not used to the anime style, most JRPGs have, so I think it's a fantastic series to get you into JRPGs as well. The number 7 spot on this list was suggested by my incredible girlfriend, BECKS Gaming Chats. I'm going to have the link to her channel in the description. She's going to be uploading a lot soon, so definitely make sure to go check her out. Now, this spot goes to Live Alive. Now, Live Alive is in the pixel style, so if you enjoy more retro style games, this will be right up your alley. Now, it's really unique in that it has multiple characters, storylines that you hop back and forth through. Now, the game is not incredibly long either, so if you don't want a giant-ass JRPG, this might be perfect for you. The best word to describe it would be unique, and I would definitely give it a shot. It's also really nice to play handheld. Number 6 goes to The World Ends With You. Now, this is like Square Enix's underrated gem. Now, the Switch port is nice except for the fact that the controls are ass cheeks. So if you can get past that, you have a really deep, immersive story on your hands. That's the best thing I would outline for it. The character art, dialogue, and story are fantastic. So the game is going to really drag you in. The music is also going to immerse you into the areas. So definitely, if you're looking for a deep story, go with The World Ends With You.
Number 5 is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you have to play the original, then play this game. Nah, you could start here, and this will show you a great example of where Square is taking the Final Fantasy series in terms of the mix of turn-based and action combat. That's basically what this system does, and takes the original Final Fantasy VII story and puts a little twist on it. It's incredible graphically, the dialogue is fantastic, the gameplay really hits at times, so I would definitely recommend the 7 Remake if you just want to hop into a new age JRPG with high quality. Number 4 is Atelier Ryza. Now, I've not played much of the Atelier games, but I've played enough to know how fun they are in terms of crafting. Now, if you come from more farming sims or games where you're crafting a bunch of stuff, this will be up your alley. It's more cozy and more explorative, and you'll be getting a bunch of herbs and stuff that you put into a pot and make a bunch of bombs and cool shit to bring into a nice turn-based combat system. So if that sounds a lot nicer to you than a big bombastic JRPG journey, then I would definitely pick up Atelier Ryza. It seems to be the most popular and accessible one right now in the series. Number 3 is NieR Replicant. Now, this is a remaster of the original NieR on PS3, and the game is really fast-paced in its action combat and is a lot of fun. Now, the game is really depressing, I'm gonna tell you that. Bring some tissues. But once you play this, then you can play the beloved NieR Automata, so it's a really nice JRPG series to get into. But yeah, if you're looking for like a really dark story and then fun action combat, the NieR series is perfect. Number 2 on this list goes to Paper Mario. Now, this is so charming because if you have a connection to the character Mario in general, this is going to be really fun to play. Now, I have a connection with the Thousand Year Door, the one on GameCube. Now, if you don't have a GameCube, they do have the new one on the Nintendo Switch, the Origami King. I don't know how good that one is. I actually see mixed opinions, but you could definitely hop into any of these. If you're used to Mario and you just want to hop into the JRPG genre, it is a really charming game.
Number 1 on our list goes to Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, if none of these games look appealing to you, maybe you could go with good old Pokemon. Nothing ever gets old with Pokemon. It's chill, it's relaxing, it's a collectathon, it's Pokemon, you know what I mean? And Legends Arceus has taken the series in a new direction, more open world gameplay. It's definitely a new step for the series, so if you enjoy Pokemon in general and you haven't played this game yet, definitely give it a go. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this list of 20 JRPGs that could totally get any new beginners into the genre, and also some new fans could definitely try them out as well, get some new JRPGs in your backlog. I appreciate you guys always supporting my content. If you do enjoy my JRPG content, definitely make sure to subscribe. That helps me out so much. Leave a like, show to your friends. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you in the next JRPG video. Have a great one, y'all.